Hello everybody, welcome to the Pageant Perspective Podcast. I am your host Latash Mapheka and I'm so excited to have you here, and I hope you are ready because we are about to deep dive into this remarkable young woman's journey and she is about to take us through it. Please help me welcome Miss Ncebakazi Nkosi.
Hello everyone, my name is Ncebakazi Nkosi and I'm so excited to be here. I am a 15-year-old enthusiast of many passions. I find much joy in expressing my thoughts and ideas, and I do this by participating in cultural activities such as debating, public speaking, and I stayed fit at school. I am also a netball player who has learned so much as well, such as the values of teamwork, perseverance, and determination. Moreover, my journey extends to the modeling world, where I've been strutting the runway for 2 years now, and I've learned so much, such as teamwork, determination, and just persevering through it all. Thank you.
I think you guys heard me say she's a remarkable young lady with a resume that big at such a young age. We all know she's going places, am I right?
Yeah,
thank you so much for that. And you have entered this journey of pageantry, and like you said, you've only had 2 years.
Yes.
Please tell us about it and what inspired you to enter the modeling journey.
These 2 years have been probably the best 2 years of my life. I absolutely love modeling. I would say what inspired me to just do it was wanting to come out of my comfort zone, because modeling is a very scary world. Mm-hmm. So entering just pushed me beyond my comfort zone, and I really enjoy being out of what I'm generally used to, and pageants have given me that.
Okay. Awesome. And you recently won a title,
Yes.
Miss Teen Africa First Princess 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, we have big girls in this building today. Could you please tell us what that title means to you personally? Does it speak to you? And what was it like winning that title?
When I won that title, it felt so surreal. I was extremely happy. There was a lot of girls on the day, so being able to place in the top 3 is something that I'm very proud of.
Wow.
What it means to me is, it helps, like the title itself, Miss Teen Africa. To me, it shows me that I must serve to my country, to Africa, and carry what it means to be Miss Teen Africa. Awesome. When I heard the title before I entered, I was like, this is something I want my name to be attached to.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are getting deep diving into this interview. It's so hot, I had to take off my jacket. Now, can you please tell us, with your experience in modeling so far, how can you inspire others?
Definitely using my social media platform, showcasing that you can do it no matter who you are, no matter what you think about yourself, or no matter how other people perceive you. If you want to go for it, go for it. And just using social media and being inspirational through that, I can inspire many young girls and many other the youth in general.
You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? If you dream it, you can do it.
Definitely.
Moving on. I love that answer, by the way. It's so definitely speaks to your character. Moving on, with your community engagement, right, and your charity project that you've done so far, can you tell us what causes are close to your heart and how do you plan to approach these things moving forward in your journey?
One of the causes is definitely the rapid rise of sexual assault within our communities. Yeah. Earlier this year, I was a part of a campaign called Red My Lips, and we were raising awareness, and we did a photo shoot about how raising awareness during April, Sexual Assault Month. So through that, I definitely felt the need to bring about awareness to these issues, because we constantly hear about them, but I don't know if we actually grasp the depth of how bad it is in this country. So definitely leaning towards that is something I want to continue to raise awareness and try help combat.
Awesome. And you mentioned earlier that you plan to use social media.
Yes.
Do you plan to use social media to engage in such problems?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Okay, and then you have recently been active in public speaking as part of a model, and your pageant journey includes public speaking.
Yeah.
Could you perhaps advise young people on how they can step into that platform and how public speaking has helped you, win the crown that you have today?
So definitely one thing is public speaking is a vital life skill.
Yes.
If you don't speak for yourself, other people will speak for you. So I would
Yes.
definitely say remember that. It's something very important to remember. But the way I prepare myself to speak in front of a crowd is just to say, I want to impact, so I'm going to use my voice to impact. You need to just be confident in your voice, and you need to tell yourself what I am going to say is important and it has meaning and it is going to help people. So once you mentally prepare yourself and you get into that rhythm that what I'm doing right now is going to have an impact, speaking just flows, and just being confident in your voice is something important as well.
Awesome. Thank you very much. You are active in debating in school, and there are a lot of students or a lot of kids that want to do pageantry, but because of school and other commitments, they cannot seem to find the balance. So you, as a pageant girl, as a pageant winner and a title holder, how do you balance your academic and your pageant life?
Definitely time management and basically having a schedule. I feel if I didn't have a schedule, all my things would fall apart and just jump all around. So just knowing when I have pageant time and when I have study time definitely helps me keep the balance. When I have my cultures, when I have my sports, it just helps me work in, like, to not have everything all over the place. So definitely having time management skills and just setting a schedule.
All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, time management. I hope you got that. Being in a pageant is a very scary thing. You know, most contestants fear, and it's really important to have a support system around you.
Yes.
So could you please tell us about your support system and how this has impacted you in your personal life and in your pageant life?
My support system is definitely my family, from my mom to like supporting me at pageants, to my dad taking me to pageants, to my sister helping me with my makeup and outfits.
Wow.
That just kind of calms down the pain, like the fear of what's going to happen, or just thinking of all the bad things. Having those types of people around you helps. And my coach, having like my modeling school around me, definitely helps me at pageants because they always there. My coach is always there to support, and it's just always nice to know that someone who's experienced is there watching you, calming you down when you have nerves. So definitely my coach Chanel, and to my old coach Aunt Luzon, who I'm no longer with, but like she also had an impact within the support system that I'm in. So definitely the people around me.
People around you make a big difference, hey, and it's very important to have a support system. Would you agree? Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, and you are a title holder. I mean, Miss Teen Africa 2025 First Princess. That is big, girl. That is so big. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, as a title holder, you have recently won this huge title, right? Miss Teen Africa 2025 First Princess. Congratulations, girl.
Thank you.
Stay shining. As a title holder, what message do you hope to leave behind? I mean, say 30 years from now, you're big in your mansions, sailing in your helicopters and sails. What message would you like to leave behind?
You can do it. I just feel we have so much influences around us, and people just, it's very easy to feel insecure that, oh no, who am I to achieve such a big achievement? Who am I to become Miss Teen Africa First Princess? So what I want to inspire young people is you genuinely can do it. I know it's a very cliche statement that it's like it's overused, but it's genuinely important to tell yourself that, no, I can do it. If I want to do it, I can. So definitely that.
That is so beautiful and so powerful, which brings me to my next question, right? In this pageant world, I think so many girls are wrapped up in the dresses, the crowns and all that, right? It kind of takes away some of the pivotal moments that really happen in pageantry. So could you please share with us what is your most proudest moment in your pageant journey so far?
I think my proudest moment is the moment I realized it's really not about the glitz and glam, especially when you start to engage more within community work. You really start to see this is what pageantry is all about. This is why I do it. It's really, and a lot of people tend to limit pageantry to, oh, so you're just competing about like who's the most beautiful girl in the room. And it's definitely not about that. So being able to go out, help my community, and realize, wow, this is what it's all about. This is giving back to the people, helping people, raising awareness.
Yes, definitely.
That's definitely the most pivotal moment within the pageant journey.
I love that that is your most pivotal moment because that is so beautiful. I loved it so much. With the challenges that come with pageantry, I mean, we know there's challenges in the charity work, in the volunteering and everything, but do you mind sharing with us some of the challenges that you've experienced in your pageant journey and on stage, off stage, and even with charity events? Could you just share with us some of those challenges?
I think one of those challenges, definitely off stage, is people limiting pageantry to just beauty, like just, oh no, it's just a bunch of girls competing about like who's the most beautiful.
Yeah.
So it's definitely like a stereotype that people are like, oh, you do pageants, so it's like when you win a title. I've like actually had someone ask me, so does that mean you're the most beautiful person? And I'm just like, no, it's really not about that. So, and it can get frustrating because when you try to explain, some people generally don't want to have that view. They just want to see it as, no, it's just a bunch of girls trying to see who's the most beautiful. So that's definitely a challenge, having to explain that it's not about beauty. And for me, it's like when people limit beauty to just beauty on the outside. When we talk about beauty in pageants, it's definitely about the beauty of giving back to people.
Exactly.
The beauty that you have within, to have a kind heart, to be giving, to be able to go to events, sit with people. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you so much for sharing that. And yes, there are quite a lot of challenges, but I think pageantry as a whole is more about the sash represents the beauty that's inside.
Yes,
the crown
definitely
represents the sparkles that's on the inside,
yes,
right? Awesome. So, what are some of the things that you would like to share with contestants? Like, what is the one thing that you feel should stand out more in pageantry? You know, because like you said, too many girls are focused on the crown and the beauty. What do you think is the one thing that stands out in pageantry more? That should be the message that pageantry delivers to the world.
When you enter a pageant as a contestant, I think one thing you should focus on, yes, you must look groomed, you must look beautiful, but the energy that you bring within the room, your aura, the way people perceive you is something so important because as a title holder, I feel like the first thing judges will look at is, will you carry the title with dignity, with beauty, and just with elegance? So being able to have energy that represents that gives off that vibe is something that's so important and can lead you to eventually getting the crown that you want to get.
Awesome. Now I wanted to ask, if you were to launch a project, what project would it be aimed specifically regarding pageantry, regarding charity work, regarding causes that you are passionate about? If you could launch one major project, what would it be? And could you like give us details about it and how you would approach it for upcoming contestants who wish to enter pageantry or even just run a project with pageant based, right? How would you run it?
I'd say the one project I'd want to focus on is also directed to the youth, is a project aimed at education. We think everyone has the education that we have and that everyone's as privileged as us, but not everyone actually gets the education that they need to get, especially in South Africa. So a project I would launch is one aimed at helping the young people, so like donating books, raising awareness, and just being able to help educate within the education system.
Okay, now how do you see yourself using this platform, the Miss Teen Africa platform, to change young people's lives?
Definitely inspiring in the best way I can. So just using social media to inspire, just to showcase that it's not about beauty, like I said before, and just having that whole motto of you can do it and just go for it. Whatever you want to go for, do it.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Now, we know you as a title holder. We know you as a pageant queen. We know you gracing the stage in your beautiful dress, even including this beautiful yellow ensemble I see here. You look absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
Could you please share with us who are you beyond the sash? Who is this beautiful young lady, Miss Teen Africa 2025 First Princess? Who are you?
Beyond the sash, I am a speaker. I love using my voice to impact. I'm always generally involved in any speaking activity at school. So like debating, I am a debater outside pageantry. I debate current issues and I inform myself. I don't like to just be a beauty queen, you know. I like being the beauty and the brains. Thank you. I love public speaking. I'm a top achiever at my school in the top 10. So I just like being an all-rounder overall. So.
I love that. I clock it. Ladies and gentlemen, clock it. Clock it. I see you came along with some goodies for us here. You brought along your sashes and your crown, and they look so lovely. Could you please walk us through these sashes and which pageant stood out for you the most amongst all of these?
So my first one that I got out of all of them was the Teen South Africa one. So that one I won in October, and I'd say that sash is the most unexpected one that I got. So I just kind of entered the competition because my coach at the time was like, just do it, you never know, you have the skill of placing, right? So I did it. I did not expect to win. I was just kind of just doing it. And I won First Princess. And it was actually my first big pageant. I've actually never done a big pageant before. So that was like my first one, because during the time I was doing Teen South Africa, I was also in Alberton, but Alberton hadn't had their finale yet. So winning that title was kind of a big deal for me, because it's like, this is my first, and it's a national title. So my first proper title was Teen South Africa First Princess.
That is so amazing.
So yeah, that one was the unexpected one, which I really love. And then I'd say my most the one closest to my heart is the Alberton one, which I won in December 2024. So this one, I just always imagined myself winning this title. I remember before I entered the pageant, I just had this vision of, I really want to place, like I really want to do it. I've never done modeling before, but I want this title, because I only started like last year, right? So winning that title, being called up onto stage, you know, Ncebakazi Nkosi, second princess, it was really a big moment. It was like, I was shocked, because even before they announced the top 3, people were getting, you know, individual awards. So so I wasn't really called up for that individual award. So it's like, am I even gonna place? Because a lot of people just kept going, and I was really stressed, like, oh, I'm not getting anything. I only got Miss Influential Alberton, which is also really nice, because I did a lot of social media at the time to showcase myself as a finalist. So when I won the title, it was really, really amazing, because I worked so hard. I mean, it was a journey from April till December.
Okay. No, that's lovely. Now, I want to ask now a bit of a personal, maybe kind of secret question, right? Could you please share with me, right? Which crown do you like more? Because I see 2 crowns on the table, and they're both gorgeous. But I mean, there has to be that one crown that you just look at and you're like, this one, I did that.
Teen South Africa.
Yeah. I had a feeling. I had a feeling. Thank you so much for joining us, right? Our final question, right? Where do you see yourself, like, from here? With pageantry, with modeling, with community work, all of it is a bundle. Where do you see this foundation taking you in the future?
Where I see myself within the future is just a successful young woman who, like, all the things that I've done at this age as a teenager have built up to the woman I will become in the future. So with pageantry, giving back, I still want to have those characteristics of always wanting to do community work. With school, like debating, public speaking, I want to lead within the workspace that I'm within, using my voice to help the business I'm in, or whatever sector I get into. Just using the foundations I've have now as a teen, all the things that I do, I want them to build me so much when I'm older, and just to become a young, successful woman in general.
That is so beautiful. That is so wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. I had a lovely time with you.
Thank you.
This was so amazing. Thank you for your insight. I mean, you are so remarkable. Being 15 and winning a national crown for your first pageant. That has to be a record somewhere. But thank you so much for joining us. And ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. If you can dream it, you can do it. So just do it. Hey. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will catch you at the next one. Bye.
Bye.